Today we're talking about the wealth secrets of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiyallahu anhu, the first Khalifa and the closest companion of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "The wealth of no one has benefited me as much as the wealth of Abu Bakr." Before becoming Khalifa, Abu Bakr had built one of Mecca's most successful trading empires. He'd accumulated the equivalent of millions in today's money. But what makes his story extraordinary isn't just how he built his fortune, but how he strategically deployed it to change the course of human history. Abu Bakr's wealth transformation represents one of the most remarkable financial journeys ever recorded. From a young entrepreneur to Islam's most generous benefactor, his approach to money reveals timeless principles that every Muslim seeking blessing in their wealth needs to understand. Let's examine the authentic secrets behind his success. For those of you who are new to this channel, I'm Mohsin, the co-founder of Islamic Finance Guru and Curate Capital. Today we manage more than $150 million worth of capital for Muslims all around the world, and this is the next installment of our very popular Wealth Secrets series. Jazakallah khair for supporting us, and I would humbly request that you hit that subscribe button as it helps us in keeping this Wealth Secret series going. We'd love to reach 300k this summer, and we won't be able to achieve that without your support. Right, back to the video. Abu Bakr's first wealth secret was choosing the right industry. At just 17 years old, he entered his family's cloth trading business in a city that sat at the crossroads of global commerce. Mecca was a commercial center at the crossing of the caravan routes from Yemen to Syria and Iraq to Abyssinia, making textile trade incredibly lucrative as there was already a very large market for it. But Abu Bakr didn't just inherit success, he earned it. After he became Khalifa and decided to focus on his leadership duties, setting aside his business focus, he famously said, "My people know that my profession was not incapable of providing substance to my family." This wasn't empty boasting. He was reminding the people that he wasn't a freeloader and he was capable of making a lot more money from his business than taking a stipend as a caliph. Rather, it was a statement backed by years of building his reputation as the most trusted merchant in Mecca. His integrity was so well established that it contributed to his title, as-Siddiq, the truthful. Abu Bakr's business model was built on three pillars. 1. Diversified trading routes. 2. Ethical practices. And 3. Strategic relationship building. He regularly traveled to Yemen, Syria and other major commercial centers, spreading his risk across multiple markets. More importantly, he understood that in a relationship-based economy, trustworthiness was the ultimate competitive advantage. This foundation allowed him to accumulate his millions before embracing Islam, but the real wealth secrets were only just beginning to unfold. Here's where Abu Bakr's approach becomes revolutionary. Most wealthy individuals protect their fortunes, but Abu Bakr weaponized his in a good way. His second wealth secret was strategic humanitarian investment, using money not just for profit, but for maximum social impact. The most famous example involves Bilal ibn Rabah, the Abyssinian slave being tortured for refusing to renounce Islam. When Abu Bakr saw Bilal with a massive rock placed on his chest in the desert heat, he later went to his master Umayyah ibn Khalaf and asked, "How much do you want for this slave?" 10 dinars came the reply. Now 10 dinars was an astronomical price for a slave, but Abu Bakr paid that immediately without even negotiating. After the transaction, Umayyah mockingly revealed, "Take him, for by Allah and Al-Uzza, if you had refused to buy him except for 1 ounce of gold, I would have sold him to you." Abu Bakr's response revealed his mindset. He said, "By Allah, if you were to sell him for 100 dinars, I still would have purchased his freedom." This wasn't reckless spending, it was values-based investment with eternal returns. Abu Bakr systematically freed multitudes of slaves, spending his entire fortune on what we would today call humanitarian liberation. When his father Abu Quhafa criticized him for freeing weak, famished slaves instead of strong ones who could protect him, Abu Bakr replied, "I'm only trying to do what I am attempting for the sake of Allah." And the results speak for themselves. The Quran itself validates his approach in Surah Al-Layl. فَأَمَّا مَنْ أَعْطَى وَاتَّقَى. As for the one who is charitable, mindful of Allah, and firmly believes in the finest reward, we will facilitate for them the way of ease. Verses that classical commentators like Al-Qurtubi confirm were revealed about Abu Bakr in relation to his excessive spending on the freeing of slaves. Abu Bakr's third wealth secret was strategic relationship building through da'wah. He understood that the most valuable investments are in people, not just products. After embracing Islam, he immediately began converting other high net worth individuals to the faith, and the results were extraordinary. Ibn Ishaq narrates that those who embraced Islam at the hands of Abu Bakr included Az-Zubair ibn al-Awwam, Uthman ibn Affan, Talha ibn Ubaydullah, Sa'ad and Abdul Rahman. Every single one of these men was later promised paradise and became a pillar of early Islamic civilization. Just take a minute to think about this from a modern perspective. Abu Bakr essentially built the first Islamic investment consortium. They weren't just religious converts, they were strategic partners who would later help establish a global empire. His da'wah efforts created what we would recognize today as the world's most successful angel investor network. Abu Bakr's fourth wealth secret challenges everything that modern finance teaches you about diversification and security. During the Tabuk expedition, when the Muslim army needed financing, a competition emerged between Abu Bakr and Umar ibn al-Khattab. Umar bought half of his wealth and he kept the other half for his family. And when the Prophet ﷺ asked him, "What have you left for your family?" Umar replied, "The like of what I have brought for you," i.e. half. And then Abu Bakr came, and when he was asked the same question, he replied, "I have left Allah and His Messenger for them," i.e. I've left them nothing. He brought everything to the table. Umar's immediate response reveals the impact. He said, "I'll never be able to surpass Abu Bakr, ever." This was not foolish generosity, it was trust, calculated trust in Allah's provision, backed by years of witnessing divine support for those who sacrifice for Allah's cause. In our modern context, there's times where we should give, and unless we feel a little pinch that we've given too much, chances are that we're probably not donating enough. Abu Bakr's fifth wealth secret involves transforming betrayal into opportunity to give more. During the incident of Ifk, when slanderous accusations were made against his daughter Aisha, Abu Bakr's own cousin participated in spreading the slander. Mistah was a poor Badr veteran whom Abu Bakr regularly supported financially. Abu Bakr's initial reaction was natural. He said, "By Allah, I will never give to Mistah bin Uthatha anything after what he has said about Aisha." But then Allah revealed Surah Nur, verse 22, "And let not those among you who are good and wealthy swear not to give to their kinsmen, those in need, and those who've left their homes for Allah's cause. Let them pardon and forgive. Do you not love that Allah should forgive you?" And Abu Bakr's response was immediate. He said, "Yes, by Allah, I would like that Allah forgive me." So he not only resumed supporting Mistah financially, but he actually increased it, adding, "By Allah, I will never deprive him of it at all." And this demonstrates perhaps the most advanced wealth principle, that forgiveness is an investment strategy. If you choose mercy over resentment, like Abu Bakr did, what you're doing is you're investing in your own spiritual portfolio, you're earning divine forgiveness, and you're cementing your reputation as an excellent person to be in business with, and someone who would never compromise on his or her values. Abu Bakr's sixth wealth secret was maintaining financial integrity when he had control over a lot of money. When he was elected Khalifa, he faced what modern execs call the conflict of interest problem. His solution was revolutionary. As I mentioned earlier in the video, he said, "My people know that my profession was not incapable of providing substance to my family, and as I will be busy serving the Muslim nation, my family will eat from the national treasury of Muslims, and I will practice the profession of serving the Muslims." But Abu Bakr took transparency one step further. He distributed all treasury funds to the poor, maintaining such strict financial discipline that when companions asked about treasury guards, he replied, "It has nothing to be worried about. We handed out everything and there's nothing left." When he died, his treasury contained exactly 1 dirham and a piece of cloth. Proof that he had successfully transitioned from private wealth builder to public steward without compromising either role. In a position of power where he could have rightfully chosen to pay himself a comfortable amount, Abu Bakr had such a level of integrity that he couldn't bring himself to take what would be, by today's standards, below minimum wage. The seventh wealth secret was investing with a mindset that this world is temporary. The Prophet ﷺ himself testified, "The wealth of no one has benefited me as much as the wealth of Abu Bakr." Abu Bakr's emotional response reveals the depth of his investment philosophy. "Are my life and my wealth for anyone besides you, O Messenger of Allah?" This wasn't just charity. It was strategic partnership with divinely guided leadership. The Prophet's recognition went further. "Allah has sent me to you," referring to society in general, "but you said you are telling a lie, whilst Abu Bakr said he has said the truth, and consoled me with himself and his money." Abu Bakr had essentially become the venture capitalist for prophethood itself, and despite giving so much, Allah kept on giving him more and more, blessing him in his wealth. The Prophet even promised him access from all gates of paradise. Anybody who spends a pair of something in Allah's cause will be called from all the gates of paradise. Will anyone be called from all those gates? Yes, and I hope you will be among those, O Abu Bakr. Modern portfolio theory teaches diversification across different asset classes. Abu Bakr pioneered something even more powerful: diversification across both worldly and eternal returns. His investments in human freedom, religious propagation, and community building generated returns that compound across generations. What Abu Bakr understood, and what modern Muslim entrepreneurs must learn, is that true wealth isn't just about accumulating, it's about strategic deployment for maximum impact. His business success provided the foundation, but his spending strategy actually built the legacy. From teenager to textile emperor to Islam's first caliph, Abu Bakr's journey reveals that the highest form of wealth management isn't about preserving capital, it's transforming capital into lasting value that serves both this world and the hereafter. His 40,000 dinars could have built a dynasty. Instead, he used them to build an entire civilization. And that's the ultimate wealth secret. Understanding that money is not the goal, it's a tool to achieve goals that matter eternally. That's all for now, folks. I do want to leave you with one thing though. If you want to join a like-minded group of people that are looking to build their wealth in a halal manner, you should join Curate Capital. The link is in the description below. I'm Mohsin, and until the next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.